Breaking news, folks. Hey, breaking news.
Just arrived in Orlando. Champ is here.
Hi guys, welcome back with the last week update of Mr. Olympia 2021. As clock is winding down, Big Ramy is leaving no stone unturned. He knows at this point there is no room for mistakes. Seemingly he's literally on very low carbs and his extremely intense workouts are giving us clear indication he is suffering, he's a lot of pain and he is fighting like a warrior to remain undefeated and be Mr. Olympia once again. His mindset, his focus is just on another level. And I strongly believe, like many others, he is unconquerable this time on Olympia stage again, if he brings at least the same package like last year. As we know, Nick Walker wants to beat reigning champ Big Ramy and take his first stand of Olympia, which honestly I do not think he can do it at least this year. And I think William, Brandon and Hadi are far more genetically superior than him, have more mature physique and structure wise they are much better. I think it will be an amazing achievement if he cracks top 5 this year, but one thing we must appreciate that Nick is bringing a lot of excitement on Olympia stage. The voice of bodybuilding Bob Ciccarello has also shared his thoughts on Nick Walker that he cannot beat top contenders of this year Olympia.
Do you think Nick Walker can beat Big Ramy or Brandon and win the Olympia this year?
No. What you're going to see, and again, this is all, I hate to say this because it sounds negative towards Nick Walker, and it's not. Listen, this kid's new. It's his first Olympia, right? He's done exceedingly well this year. But it's going to be a different story when he's standing next to Bonac, when he's standing next to Curry. Curry's a former Mr. Olympia. This guy won the Olympia, all right? I mean, that's a big deal. Ramy is Mr. Olympia. And then, again, how about, listen, Hadi Choopan could be Mr. Olympia. That's a guy who could literally beat Big Ramy if Ramy's off. If Ramy's on, it's over. Okay? If he's 100% or close to it, if he's somewhere between 97.2, just making up shit now, and 100, it's over. He's too big. He's got a small waist for a big man. It's still a muscle show, folks, right? You ain't touching Big Ramy. Now, if he comes in at 90%, it's open. And listen, Brandon Curry could beat him. He's beaten him before. Hadi Choopan can beat him. He's beaten him before. William Bonac can beat him. He's beaten him before. And then you've got other names, which again, that I'm going down my list here. But those are the guys. I mean, those are your top guys. Nick Walker can be right in there after those guys. I don't know if he can hang with them, but he's going to get his chance. Weinberger, he don't mess around, man. He will give those guys an opportunity to get compared over and over and over. Nobody complains about not getting compared when Big Steve's out there. Trust me.
2019 Olympia champ Brandon Curry is ready for the battle against Big Ramy.
Of course, you know, the Olympia's next weekend.
He looks confident and apparently he has done his homework to challenge current Mr. Olympia champ like last year he challenged Heath and knocked him out. So it's going to be full of excitement to see what he brings to take back his title. The Persian Wolf Hadi Choopan is digging deep down for the send-out with all his momentum and determination, and I think this time he will be significantly improved size-wise as well as condition-wise, although arguably he was the most conditioned guy last year, and might be possible this time he dethrones former Mr. Olympia champ Brandon Curry this coming weekend. Although Patrick Moore is bringing almost the same weight he had in 2019 Olympia, but he's coming with more density, more condition, and more details, especially on his back muscles. And it looks like he prefers symmetrical, balanced, and aesthetically appealing physique rather than just being massive mass monster. As we know, Patrick was at 10th place in 2019. Now I personally think it's going to be much harder for him improving his spot this time competitively in a very tough lineup. Hassan Mustafa has shared his physique update today. Again, I would say he just needs to get dialed in condition wise, and if he gets condition, he is very dangerous. I really like his round muscle bellies. He has so much potential and there is no doubt in it. Olympia is going to be his 7th show of the year. I hope he performs well in his first participation in Olympia, but realistically, I think he will be at 14th or 15th place according to his performance in recent shows, as we have seen him competing this year with like half Olympia lineup in 6 different shows, and he could only beat Andrea Presti in Puerto Rico Pro. Andrea Presti is going to represent Italy in Olympia after more than 2 decades. He is working very hard under the supervision of his coach Mauro Sassi. He is 1 week out in the progress pictures for his debut in the biggest bodybuilding contest. From coach Abdullah team, we have Akeem Williams who is working on his conditioning, and if he brings it on another level, I think he's going to be a wild card who can be a big trouble for his fellow contestants in Olympia. 2019 Olympia runner-up and 3rd athlete of coach Abdullah, William Bonac, finally broke his silence and he shared his clear intentions for this weekend to become the 17th winner of Olympia in the history of bodybuilding. Whereas Justin Rodriguez, who was working with coach Abdullah since Indy Pro this year until Arnold Classic, he left him now and joined again his previous coach AJ Sims. Last year he took 10th place in Olympia under the supervision of his coach AJ Sim. He is 6 days out to the Olympia in the most recent updates. Next we have Regan Grimes, who has given a sneak peek of his progress 6 days prior to the event. Realistically, he looks bigger and better, and he's coming fuller and much sharper this year, and might be possible we see him cracking top 10 in Olympia. Another Canadian athlete in the lineup, Ian Valier, has also shared his physique update after coming 2nd in one of the biggest show of the year, Arnold Classic. While Hunter Labrada is coming with added size and some major improvements this time. Nathan the Asha has decided he will not be competing in Olympia this year and will come back in 2022 Mr. Olympia, as he's already qualified now after winning Arnold Classic UK this weekend. It's all of a sudden Nathan took this decision for his family and friends to compete in front of them in Arnold Classic UK, which is more important for him. Before arriving to UK for Arnold Classic, he kept saying he has athlete visa to travel and had intentions to compete in Olympia, and he still claims he has visa to enter into USA. But rumors say he still has criminal charges on him which hampers him entering into USA even if he has visa. I think he could be a real threat for fellow contestants of Olympia lineup if he decided to compete. And sadly, the youngest qualified contender in the Olympia lineup, all the way from Ukraine, Vlad Suhoruchko, also cannot compete in Olympia this year due to the visa hurdle for USA. James Hollingshead is 6 days out in the progress pictures, whereas Mohammad Shaban shared his side just short where he is 11 days out. There is no update from the beast, Rolly Winkler, but we hope he brings his best package on stage. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates.
Phil Heath is up. Breaking news, folks. Hey, breaking news. You heard it here first. Actually, you heard it here second. Phil Heath, still not in the Olympia. How about that? How about that for breaking news last week? Hadi confirms Phil Heath's not in the Olympia.